Hello students. This video will go over step one of how to draw a cartoon selfie. Today we are going to focus only on the top half, the face and hair. Next week we will focus on the pose and clothing. This project, these two assignments, will count towards the second marking period. So if you are still working on finishing assignments for the first marking period, please stop this video now and go back and work on some of the missing assignments for the first marking period. So with that, let's get into it. The first part is going to be creating an expressive face that shows your mood and style. You can make this more cartoon interpretation. It does not need to be realistic. Or you can go more realistic depending on which features you choose and how you choose to draw them. A little bit as you're choosing details to keep and choosing details to draw, you want to think about things like how can you use hair and expression to show a specific mood, whether you're happy or sad or angry or surprised or chill. That is totally up to you, but you get to choose. So what I always prefer is I think I would always recommend starting with a reference picture. If you have a selfie on your phone, use the selfie from your phone. Otherwise, you can just use your webcam from your computer. If you just do a search for camera, you should be able to use your computer's camera app or your Chromebook's camera app to snap a picture of yourself like I did on the left. So with that, let's get into it. I'm going to start by drawing the oval just like I did for the textured monster assignment, and then I will add the features that make it more unique because you gradually start from general to more and more specific. So in my camera app, I'm going to speed up the video a little bit and then I'll add commentary over it as it works. So the first thing that I want to do when I'm drawing my face is I'm going to start with the circle. The circle is roughly 2 inches tall. Then I'm going to divide it in half. And the key here is that I'm going to divide it in half and extend that line out probably like another ½ inch to an inch. And this becomes the bottom of the chin. The easy check for that is that it's roughly half of the face, half of the circle above. Then I'm going to divide them in half horizontally. I'm going to divide the whole thing in half horizontally, and then I'm going to divide the bottom half in half again. And these are going to become the guidelines for the eyes, nose, and mouth. Actually, the eye line is also the same line as the ear line. And I'm going to literally work my way down from the top and slowly start going down, down, down. Wow. And now I'm going to draw more realistic. As I add my features and start to make this more detailed, I'm going from a very light sketch to I'm gradually pressing a little harder and a little harder. I'm using the guides on my right here. If you want to see larger versions of them, the pictures are included, attached to this assignment in a separate Google Doc. But you want to think about like what expression you always have, whether you're always happy, whether you're always mellow, whether you're always shouting, screaming, surprised, whatever. It's totally up to you. But you choose the expression that you want. And now for ears, I'm just kind of doing little tiny dabs for the ears. But now that I have a kind of generic face, I'm going to start to focus on those specific features that make this face more uniquely Kush. So for me, it's obviously like the beard, the glasses, and the hairstyle. So I'm going to start to add like little texture lines to create the hairs of my beard. The other thing to think about is if you notice, the whole top half of this face and cartoon character is empty. I still am leaving half of the space for drawing my hair. That is a common problem that I've seen a lot of students do, is they put the eyes like too far up in the forehead, and then they run out of room for the hair. And so then what happens is you have to extend your oval up too high, and it ends up becoming like super big. So now I'm kind of just adding little texture lines for things like wrinkles, eyebrows. These are important little extra features to make it look more realistic. The key thing with cartoons is it's kind of a combo. Like you don't want to be too realistic that it looks like a real person, but you also want to kind of you want to give like the most essential features. So for this part where I'm getting to my hair, I'm going to actually use my reference picture to help with the hair so I can see like how my hair flows and is parted at the moment. Curly hair, you would obviously do like a little bit more curly Q lines. Straight hair is a little bit more flowy. Long and short is like, or short hair is little just tiny little texture lines. But I'm just trying to get the kind of flow of my parts, and now I'm going to go in and add a little bit of eyebrows around it. And then as I'm going, I'm just sort of stepping back, asking myself, does this look accurate? Does this look symmetrical? Does it look like a little bit like me? Or, I mean, it doesn't need to look exactly like you. It can be a little wonky. It's okay. And then you can also erase parts of it. So the nice part about drawing lightly at first and then going over it with darker lines is if you make a mistake, you can always press a little harder the second time or erase the light lines and go over it a second time. The reason I pressed harder is because I want you to kind of see the lines better with my camera. The other thing that I think is interesting is I've done this exercise like 3 or 4 times, and it always comes out a little different. So that might be something for you to try. If you're not happy with it the first time, give it a second try, see if that does it. If you have any questions or difficulties completing this assignment, please email me and we can set up a time to meet during office hours to go over this. Once again, this assignment counts towards the second marking period, not towards the first. So hope everybody's safe and well and have a great day.